Well, hey everyone. Hello, hello. I thought I would get on here today. I just got back from a trip from Park City and I wanted to get on while things were still fresh in my mind about skiing. And then, if you are an amputee and you have questions about the skiing from someone who is not an Olympian level skier, but not a beginner, just a beginner when it comes to being a three track skier. So I'm on right now. I want to just spend some time really quick and let some people jump on if anybody's going to get on and hopefully answer some questions. And also wanted to kind of talk about the way it made me feel, even though I know what I'm doing. I've been skiing since I was 17 years old. And actually, my husband taught me how to ski. And we always thought we would retire skiing. And then what happens? In 2013, I hurt my knee and have 5 years of surgeries. And then the next thing I know, like, I don't know if I'll ever ski again because for those 5 years, I wasn't anywhere close to being able to put a boot and a ski on, and I had no range of motion. So, what I wanted to do was to be able to find that freedom to get back to skiing, something that always kind of frightened me because no one likes to fall. And there's a high probability of falling when you ski, whether you have one leg or two legs. And so there's always a little bit of that fear, but there's something really freeing about being on top of a huge mountain and the smoothness and the beauty of the shushing back and forth and finding your pattern, your rhythm going down the mountain. And that was something that I wanted to have. But more than anything, I yearned to have that back. So that was something that my family and I could do together. As I watched my young boys growing up with just their dad on a ski lift while mom sat back and just watched them ski. That was some of the hardest years that I went through when I couldn't ski and my knee was bad, like really bad. So we fast forward in 2018 when I lost my leg, and it was kind of interesting because I actually the first thing I thought of was you're going to figure out how to ski and you're going to ski right away. My family has a tendency to have like their trips planned well in advance. So we had a ski trip planned before I even had my amputation, December of 18, and it was for April of 19. And so I knew what my goal was because it was already set in front of me that if I was going to ski this ski season after amputation, that I had to do it 3 months after my surgery. And because it was at the beginning of April. So 3.5 months after my surgery. And that's what I did. Well, fast forward now, I'm 5 years as an amputee, and I can tell you that it never gets easy going. The first 2 years, I did lessons and had adaptive instructors that would work with me, help me figure out where I needed to tweak my skills as a skier that maybe I didn't even have as a two-legger and definitely needed to have as a one-legger. I do not ski with my prosthetic on because I find it would be very hard to keep my legs together being an above knee. But I will tell you that upper body strength and quad strength are so important. This trip was the first time I had skied as an amputee at the canyons in Park City. And we usually have a ski in, ski out location in Park City, but going to the canyons a little further down from that, was as close to ski in, ski out. You had to walk a distance to get to the um, gondola, and then you took the gondola up. The problem was that whenever you came all the way back down, you'd literally have to pop off your skis and walk to the gondola. And so, I three track ski, which means I have one ski on and then I have two outriggers, which look like little tiny skis on the end of ski poles. And they go out in front of me and they kind of dictate my motion back and forth. Um, and those, when they're in lock mode, in brake mode, I can use them as crutches. And my arms are up. So my shoulders are really spent. They're up high and trying to walk and pull my big ski boot through every time. So it was just to get back to the gondola or another location was so taxing on my upper body. It was incredible. And when we get down to the bottom to stop for lunch, I'd have to crutch over to where the stairs were, go up some stairs. They did have a ramp, but sometimes it's longer to go down to the ramp and go up and down the ramp than it is straight upstairs. Stairs are much faster for me. And then the kicker was this place definitely was not adaptive friendly. The bathroom that was the closest to that area had the slipperiest tile possible. Literally, I didn't barely even put one outrigger down and it slid all the way across the tile and I caught myself at the door. So, needless to say, if I had to go to the bathroom, which after a break and having a drink at lunch before going back out again, I always had to go to the bathroom. It was really kind of dangerous. I had to just shimmy my foot. I would shimmy my foot back and forth just to get through the bathroom, holding onto the bathroom door until I got to a stall door and letting go of one before the other. It was absolutely crazy. So if you're thinking about skiing, totally a great thing. But I always try to figure out why it is that I still get very anxious before every ski venture every day. Every morning, getting all the ski gear on and everything always gives me a stomach ache for some reason. And I could never figure out what it was. But as I reflect, I think a lot of it is first off, the unknown. You don't know where you're going to go and you don't know where you're going to end. But I know I always say to myself and I say to my husband, I can do anything one step at a time. And so that's what you have to remember when you get out there. The other thing is, I can't control all the people around me. And it was really full and a lot of spring breakers, and they come shushing down really fast. And they don't understand the amount of focus on my own skiing that it takes, that when someone flies next to me, they know they're clear, but I hear it and it's loud, and I have been taken out from behind before as a 3 tracker, and it is frightening, and I hit my residual limb on the snow ice. It was so painful. I felt like I broke my femur and was bruised and swollen afterwards. But so if you go skiing and you see someone that's adaptively skiing, please be careful and give them space, because their focus is really on not like crashing and burning there in front of everybody. And it takes a lot of focus to stay balanced on one ski. So that is my little spiel for today. I just wanted to talk about the two major things: that fear of being hit from behind, which is very real, the strength and coordination it does take, and your balance that you need to focus on getting before you head out. I do a lot of one leg squats to build up the ability, because basically going down a mountain that's a mile and a half to 2 miles long is like holding a permanent wall squat. Even though you do pop up a little and down again, you're pumping. And so you don't really ever get to rest that leg, that quad. And then the other thing is, be careful, because it takes a lot of extra energy just to get from place to place when you're not on your ski. And so it can be very hard just to maneuver and get there. And then you burn your energy out just getting to places before you even get it to the top of a mountain. So I hope this helped, and I hope you enjoy skiing. I hope you get out and try it if you're an amputee. And hey, if you're not, better yet, you got 2 legs. Get out there and ski. It's so much fun, and I hope you have a great day.